How a 5-year-old turned selling matches into a global company. Ikea. Nothing beats a rag to riches story, and the story of the little 5-year-old who just wants to sell matchboxes at a cheap price to provide for himself is a typical example. In today's video, we will look at how a 5-year-old boy created one of the best retail stores that sell more than 9,500 products to consumers nationwide. So watch this video till the end to find out, and do not forget to like this video. Fyodor Ingvar Kamprad was born on the 30th of March 1926 on a farm in Sweden to a very poor family. Kamprad's town was full of farmers, and because of the low financial income, most people had to innovate to make ends meet. Some of their farm produce was preserved, so they could sell it to supplement their income. Like other families, Kamprad's family was into the same struggle and tended to innovate, using their farm produce to make money rather than eat it all. But Kamprad feels he can do better than what everyone around him is doing. Kamprad thought he could devise a means to supplement his family's income, so he started selling matchboxes in bulk at the tender age of 5. Kamprad's move didn't actually make a solid difference, but it was better than doing nothing since he had no interest in joining the family on the farm. Kamprad soon became popular with his business, and when he clocked 10, he expanded his little business by selling pencils, Christmas cards, pens, magazines, and garden seeds. His profits scaled up a bit, and his popularity increased within his town. You will not believe what you will see next. At age 14, Kamprad moved to a boarding school to finish his education. He continued his business by selling all sorts for his colleagues in the dormitory. Aside from the fact that he was business-oriented, he developed a saving culture that helped him save up capital he intended to use for his business after school. Kamprad's intelligence was second to none. He performed well academically while doing his business as a secondary thing. Upon graduation, Kamprad was moved to start his business with the funds he had saved, but he was too young and scared to do so. However, his father helped him cool his mind, put him through the legal process, and counseled him. On his graduation day, Kamprad graduated with flying colors. As a result, his father was given a sum of money for his excellent performance, which he used as a registration fee for his business in 1943. After settling everything needed for his business, Kamprad came up with the name Ikea for his newly registered business. And that was the beginning of great things for the business mogul. The acronyms of Ikea are allegedly from his initials, the name of their farm, and his town. He revealed that he came up with the name because they roll swiftly off the tongue. Kamprad started off with basic amenities like pens, frames, wallets, and other things he used to sell in his early days. 5 years down the line, Ikea is still up and running with amazing profit, even though it wasn't big yet, until a simple experiment of the post-war happened in Sweden. This is not the whole story. It is even going to get crazier. Keep watching. The Swedish government built houses that needed furniture and offered it to its citizens. Hearing about the opportunity, Kamprad developed a catalog for furniture and met with a few skilled furniture makers to make furniture available to people. His town was rural, so getting things from a more civilized place was usually hectic and expensive. Still, Kamprad made it so affordable that people started doubting the quality of the proposed finish. To clear the doubts of the townspeople, Kamprad rented an old workshop and turned it into a showroom, so doubters could come and have a look at the furniture themselves. Additionally, Kamprad was the brain behind the low furniture design and the self-assembled furniture. Entrepreneurs gain inspiration from everything around them. Kamprad once saw a business manager struggle to put furniture into his car due to the legs of the chair. Due to this, he initiated the design of self-assembled furniture for easy movement. After the success of his furniture investment, Ikea expanded into a large business, and many products were added to the catalog to please customers. After a few years of an amazing run, some customers started boycotting Ikea due to its meager prices. The best guess is they were worried about the quality Ikea was offering them. But Kamprad had a better plan to scale up his business to suit everyone, irrespective of their pocket size. Kamprad started what he called production in design in-house, where he designed, produced, and showcased his furniture in his own warehouse. This way, All customers have access to see the furniture and even pick any design they like and watch it being produced. Wait a minute, this is not everything. Later in the video, we will show you how Kamprad developed the most iconic part of his business. The new concept by Kamprad wowed all his customers, and business was back to normal. But Kamprad had a lingering health issue right from his childhood. He had dyslexia, a condition that had to do with writing and reading difficulties. But instead of assigning his role to any of his employees, he devised another wonderful idea on how to deal with his health condition. Kamprad gave all his products and designs a unique name that he could easily remember. For instance, if he wanted to name a particular piece of furniture, he could just give it a popular name of a river in Sweden or a neighboring town. This method helped him with his disability and later became the most iconic aspect of his now worldwide business. Kamprad wasn't just a regular CEO. He had a divine knowledge that helped him come up with unique ideas to beat his competitors and earn customers' trust. There was a time his father complained about him waking up. He got an alarm clock the next day and set it to 6 a.m. to get out of bed early. Kamprad is known to be the perfect boss to all his employees. He mentors and gives them the respect they all deserve. Throughout his tenure as the CEO of Ikea, Kamprad didn't publicize his business, nor did he borrow to boost his business or issue stock to investors. However, in 2013, the 87-year-old CEO took the bold step to vacate the seat of the CEO for a younger brain. In his words, "I see this as a good time for me to leave the board of the inner Ikea group." By that, we are also taking another step in the generation shift that has been ongoing for some years. Even after his registration, his love for the business won't make him rest at home. He was always moving around the world to visit any of his new stores until he passed away in 2018. During his lifetime, Kamprad lived a simple life. He stayed in cheap hotels whenever he traveled, flew economy class, and even drove his Volvo for over 20 years. Just so you know, Kamprad is camera shy and doesn't grant interviews like other CEOs. But even with that, he had a fair share of controversies. His role with the pro-Nazi and socialist political parties came out in 1994. There are claims that he avoided tax and that he funneled money through a sister company in the Netherlands to Europe. Despite Kamprad's involvement with the pro-Nazis and other claims of tax evasion, Ikea kept doing well and was recording massive success in all countries its stores are located in. But in 2018, something changed, and due to digitalization, Ikea began to struggle, as many people now choose to shop from home rather than visit physical outlets. But the brains Kamprad left behind were also competent. They knew they needed to overhaul so many things, which they did, and now Ikea is staying to look like the distribution hubs of Amazon. His dream of setting his family off poverty since he was 5 years old remained valid till he finished school. Who said it was too early to dream big? Ikea to date undoubtedly remains one of the biggest retail stores in the world.